look in the mirror, man, you're so dirty. Yeah, you look so dirty. You were never worthy. Lately, it's you.
Welcome to the Jeremy Hill Show. If you're easily triggered, leave now because this is not the show for you. Now let's celebrate men. Let's celebrate because there has been great news that has been coming down the mountaintops. Basically, Trump has said, or he is intending, or has already, to sign a law that would make women who receive child support not eligible to receive income tax. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. So when these women take you to child support court and take your money, whatever amount it is and stuff, they can't get the income tax back, baby. That goes to you, the one who decided to pay the child support. And they're mad. They're going crazy. They are sweating out their lace front wigs. Their lashes are falling everywhere. They just can't handle the truth. This is too much for them now. And they like, damn, I was going to use that on some cigarettes. So let me go ahead and show you two black women. One that is for it and one that is against it. You know, women they can never agree on shit. Anyway, this is for educational purposes. Let me go ahead and put it on the screen for you, big baby. Oops, is that the right one? There you go. Now you there you go. I want to see her face when she tell you what she say. All right, y'all, let's get it.
I know it's about to be some real angry women out there. Trump is saying that he is going to finally right-size child support for the man, which means that a lot of women that's out here that's being spiteful when a man leaves them, just say, okay, I'm going to hit you where it hurt. I'm going to put child support on you.
Oh, yeah. And let me say this right here. These women tend to only put child support on the man that's doing good. They don't put the child support on the Pookie, Ray Ray, and Nook Nook. They just complain about it. He don't have to pay it. If he do pay it, he pays sporadically. Or they have to find him, chase him down and stuff. She don't raise a whole lot of hell about that. But she will raise hell about that good man who's consistent and stable. If he missed one payment, if he late at all, it is weird. It is stupid, but this is what they do. But it's great, man. And like she says, a lot of women are spiteful. They be like, okay, you don't want to be with me, the musty back heifer? You don't want to be with my musty back heifer self? Okay, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to put you on child support. I'm going to take you to court. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to raise Pookie Jr. by myself. I'm going to raise Ray Ray and Nook Nook Jr.'s by myself. I don't care. All of them is going to be raised by myself. But you going to pay, baby. You going to pay, ain't you? That's what they doing. Woo, it feels good. Got to celebrate. Got to take a sip of this scotch. Hold on for a second. God damn it. Woo! Foot in your ass time. Let's go.
Well, now Trump is saying that if a man is paying child support for his child, the woman will no longer be able to claim that child at tax time. Now that's interesting. I think he about the right size what's been wrong size for a long time, so that it actually benefits the man, especially for those men caught in situations where the child not even theirs. I really would like everyone to chime in on this one because this is going to be a hot, heated discussion.
Now think about what she said. It's also for the men who are paying child support on children that's not actually theirs. Ain't that something? Because she make a good point. There's a lot of men out there who find out 10 years later, 20 years later, 50,000 years later, that the woman that they thought had their baby really wasn't their baby. How many times have we had to see that? We've seen it too many times, haven't we? I'm going to put a white lady on the screen, then we're going to get to that black lady I told you about who is just totally pissed off about it. Yeah, man. But I want you to hear what this sister right here, this vanilla sister here got to say. Let's get it.
Child support system in our country needs reform, and it is only day one in office, and Donald Trump has signed an executive order called the Child Support Reform Act, in which he is making changes at a federal level to the child support system. Is this executive order perfect? No. Does it solve everything? No. But it does more to help fathers or child support payers, which are predominantly fathers, than any other federal act has done in years. Part 1 is income-based adjustment, so that child support is more closely aligned with an individual income. So those individuals that are low income payers will suffer less of the financial burden. Part 2 will cap arrears. So those that fall behind on child support, there'll be a cap on the amount of interest that can be applied to keep them from going into insurmountable debt.
Woo! Celebration time. Well, come on, goddamn it. Let me tell you something. That's good because there are men who really try to pay their child support but fall on hard times. They might get laid off, might get sick, might get injured, and it makes them fall back on child support. And not only do they fall back and be in arrears of the child support, they put them in jail for it. So pardon me a while ago, when I said I went through Sure, I forgot. He did sign it. So I guess it takes a little bit of time to come down the pipeline. Can you dig it? So that's a good thing. That should put a cap on it, man. Put a cap on it. Put a cap on it. Yeah, put a cap on it for the gentleman. Now, I'm not talking about the no good for nothing, no low life men who don't want to take care of their kids. I'm talking about the men who are actually trying to take care of their kids with child support, and they struggling, okay? They may change jobs. So that's another thing. Sometimes they'll set a certain amount of child support to be paid by a gentleman who had a certain job at the time. Let's say he was making, for example, $70,000 a year. Something happened. The business went out of business or whatever it may be. He had to get a different job at lower pay. So now he's making $60,000 a year. But the courts seldom adjust. They seldom make the adjustments to his new income. They normally keep it where he was making at the old income of $70,000. So now he has more of a financial burden because of that. Because sometimes the women still push it. The judge is uncaring and they won't listen to reason. Sometimes they will, sometimes they don't. Men go through hard times sometimes. The men who are actually trying to do something for their children go through hard times. So I'm all about the capping. Cap it, cap it, cap it, cap it, cap it. Let's go.
Part 3 is compliance incentives. So those individuals that consistently meet their child support demands, they'll be able to apply for tax relief and benefits. The 3 previous parts of the executive order benefited the child support payers, so in a lot of cases the fathers, but the 4th and final part benefits the acceptor or the receiver of the child support, and it is streamlined in enforcement so that it'll make it easier for those receiving child support to collect it through an automated system. In addition to this executive order, Trump is now making it so that the individual that is paying the child support is the individual that gets to claim the child on their taxes, meaning that whoever pays gets the child tax credit, which is how it should have always been. If you're paying a lot of money to the other person, why should you not reap the child tax benefits when they don't have to pay taxes on that child support? This is just a start. Because when's the last time you saw conversations happening at a federal level regarding the child support system or the child custody system? I can't remember a time it's ever happened, but this means that now there's a stage.
Hey. Bye-bye, mustard back here first. Now, check it out. Let me say this right here, man. Tell me, why did it ever make sense to people to think that the person who's receiving the child support money should receive income tax refunds on the children? You know why I say that? Why I ask that? Because if somebody else is paying for them kids in that way, they're not your dependent only. They really dependent on that man with the child support. Don't get it wrong. I know the woman gonna be spending money and stuff too on the child. You know what I'm saying? But if he gonna be paying all that child support, man, he's supposed to be able to file on those children. Something else I want to throw out there to piss you off. I know somebody gonna be pissed off with Mr. Hill, but I don't give a damn. A lot of y'all are relying on child support so you can take care of your new man. You use the child support money to take care of Pookie. You buy him some new Jordans and stuff like that. You pay to get his line up. He get nice fresh ass line up too. I mean, the edge up with the taper on the sides and the back and shit. You taking the man's child support and doing that and stuff like that, going out to the hookah clubs and brunch and shit. That's what you're doing with your money. But Trump said, no, we ain't gonna do it no more. But we've been saying it before Trump got in there that it was wrong. So I feeling kind of good, man. I feel good, man. I feel good, man. Can you understand what I'm trying to say to you, Jack? Because I'm being real with it. Now, Here's the angry, musty-back heifer who finna tell you something. She don't understand why the men are catching a break. She just don't like it.
I'm a mustard back heifer, and I got some shit to say today. Listen.
For Trump to say that the women who put men on child support cannot file their children on income tax is freaking crazy. Now, I'm not in that boat, thank God, but I have a lot of women that I know in my life that do collect child support, and the child support is not even a fucking fraction of what it costs to take care of these fucking children. You have some men that only pay $40 a week, maybe $200 a month, and you mean to tell me the lights, the water, the groceries, the rent, the fucking transportation to get your child to and from doctor's appointments, any given thing they need to do, parties, outings with friends, play dates, clothes, shoes. I'm talking about if you got a daughter, menstrual cycle fucking shit that she be needing every month, personal hygiene stuff that these children need, all of the daily stuff that the mama need for the house, fucking soap powder, dish soap, everything that a basic human being needs to survive. You mean to tell me y'all think that $200 a month, if a woman is not getting...
Well,
Excuse me. What I'm about to say is, well, you picked the dude that you slept with and got pregnant with. And I got another question for people who say stupid shit like that. So you mean to tell me $200 is a life and death situation for you? I know everybody is not in the same place financially, but my question for you is something, God forbid, was to happen to the baby daddy, if he loses his life, if he was in a car wreck and he loses his life, you know what I mean? Something like that. He was in the wrong place at the wrong time and he loses his life. What were you going to do then? I bet you that you would have became so resourceful, you would have got that $200 some other way. So don't be acting like, oh, $200, no, we need $200. For all the shit she just named, $200 ain't gonna cover any of that shit. Excuse me. So that woman is probably a deadbeat herself, because a lot of women who get child support is relying on the government anyway. Let's to be honest, you know what I mean? Now, this woman feel the need to defend all the mustard back helpful women out there and say, yeah, I'm not in this boat, but I got friends who are like that.
and I don't think it's fair that y'all do that to my friends, you know what I'm saying? They got kids, you know what I'm saying? I don't understand why y'all so mean, Mr. Hill. This is not cool.
It's cooler than a motherfucking polar bear toenails today. I'm glad that the men are actually getting the W. We're getting the win. Let's keep going. This mustard back heifer is tripping.
I'ma say at least $700, at least $700 a month, depending on what her lifestyle is. That shit is bullshit. Because at least, like I said, them $700 could be put maybe $150 to $200 towards the rent. Maybe $75 to $100 towards the utilities. You know, maybe $150 to $200 towards groceries. You see what I'm saying? You see where I'm going with this? And I'm not saying use those numbers verbatim. I'm just saying half of these men don't pay. They don't pay the bare minimum.
You chose to be with him. She said, don't use this number verbatimly, but in her mind, a good number is $750. That's a car note, truck note. Man, come on, man. I guess that's per child too in her mind. You know what I'm saying? Man, y'all tripping, man. You need to take some accountability, man. Like I said, it's a great day for the men.
And it's a horrible life for the mustard back heifer, can you dig it? I hate being a mustard back heifer. I just can't get no breaks, especially on the Jeremy Hill show. I don't like you, Mr. Hill, that much. You know what we're gonna do? I'm gonna call all my ghetto rat ass friends. We're gonna hunt you down in our dirty hair bunnies and mustard ass PJs and some soda covered Crocs. Cause we spill soda on our Crocs, we don't wipe them shits off. It just still be sticky when you take them off and shit. Cause I don't really give a damn. All you do is come on here and try to promote unity between men and women. But I'm a mustard back heifer. I don't want to hear no shit like that. I don't want to hear about no good times. I don't want to hear about men and women getting along together. You can take all that optimism someplace else. All that positive. We don't like positive shit over here. We don't like none of that shit. And when I find you, Mr. Hill, I'm gonna do you in.
Well, come get me, bitch. And I'll holler at y'all later on, man. Y'all take it easy now. You know, like I always say, take it easy now. You hear?